So Hillary Clinton, the former Secretary of State for 4 years under Barack Obama in his first term, reveals that her whole time as Secretary of State, the senior diplomat in charge of American relations with the whole world, she never used a government email address the whole time. She used a homemade email address at clintonemail.com. And it gets crazier. She set up a little email server out of her own home. So various people have said this is against various records retention policies and laws of the United States. Let's put that aside. The first and obvious question is, why? Why would she hide her emails at home? She gave a press conference today where she gave this explanation.
When I got to work as Secretary of State, I opted for convenience to use my personal email account, which was allowed by the State Department, because I thought it would be easier to carry just one device for my work and for my personal emails instead of two. Looking back, it would have been better if I'd simply used a second email account and carried a second phone, but at the time, this didn't seem like an issue.
So you're saying that setting up an entire email system and server at your home is more convenient than having two phones? You don't even need two phones. I have 4 different email addresses on one phone, but the thing is, Hillary Clinton has to keep her alibis straight. You see, not too long ago, she was asked if she prefers iPhones or Androids, and here's what she said.
I want to ask the big question.
Okay.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone. Okay, in full disclosure.
BlackBerry.
And a BlackBerry.
So all of a sudden, her reasoning for setting up her home email account, that she only wanted to use one device, well, we see that's not true. But even if that was true, is that surely an easier way of doing it than having the experts in email do it for you? She's such a busy person, one of the busiest persons in the world, but she thought this was a better solution? But put aside the lies and the cover-ups and the shenanigans. Clinton's got to be a Clinton, I guess. But what about security? Here's what Hillary Clinton said about just how secure her homemade email system was.
The system we used was set up for President Clinton's office, and it had numerous safeguards. It was on property guarded by the Secret Service, and there were no security breaches.
Okay, so because there was a guard outside her home, that email system was safe. Do they think that Chinese or North Korean or Russian hackers would knock on the door and say, give me your email, as opposed to come in electronically? And by the way, she used this email apparently for people in America and around the world. So everyone, every spy, every counterintelligence agency would have known that she was using it. How could we possibly take her word that she wasn't hacked? Because she says so? She was asked today whether or not she would allow third parties to investigate her emails at all, whether or not she turned them over. She wouldn't answer. This is Hillary Clinton. She lies just like Bill Clinton lies. Now, lying is fine, that's what politicians do, but how about lying when national security is at stake? How about lying about emails like the night of Benghazi when the American ambassador was murdered in Libya? Hillary Clinton is just like Bill, but without the charm. I'm Ezra Levant for TheRebel.media.